Hey everyone, it's Ashley Angeline Kumar, the confidence coach. I haven't popped on a live because I do most of my lives and stuff in my private Facebook group. Hopefully I was live. I don't know. This thing is always, was I talking? Was I not? I don't know. Could you hear me or not? So I do a lot of my lives on the private Facebook group, Conscious, Confident, and Empowered Family Leaders. So I haven't done a live here. But I had to pop on today. I have this strong urge to come in and talk to you about something super, super important. I have read a lot about praise and how to praise our kids. Praising in terms of when they do something well, or we like what they're doing, okay? There are so much information on this, and you're going to hear contradictory information all the time when you Google this, right? When you look this up. And you'll hear some people say, don't praise the person, praise the effort. So good job, great job. Thank you. Like the excellent work, the awesome effort. So praise the effort, not the person. And there's a place for that for sure. But then you're going to hear people, and when I say people, I mean experts in this field, psychologists of all backgrounds, say also when you use an evaluation, right? If you're saying something is good or bad, if you're saying something is good, like a good job, that means there's also the potential of a bad job, right? If you're saying something is excellent, there's also a time where it may not be excellent. And so when a child hears an evaluation, they get accustomed to hearing the evaluation, right? So the next time they don't get an evaluation that matches up with the last time that was excellent, then they're like, oh, what happened? And then it can create a sense of self-diminishment, and then they start to wonder and look for external validation consistently, right? So here's what I have found. So I've done all of those things, by the way, as a parent. Person praise, effort praise, and then this one, appreciation. This is my foolproof way of praising a child that allows them to feel seen, feel heard, feel felt, and feel appreciated. Now I want you to just quickly step back into your own childhood. How often did you hear adults, when you were a kid under the age of 10, how often did you hear adults say to you, thank you, please, or I'm sorry? Thank you, please, I'm sorry, right? These are the things we are taught by elders. Say thank you, say please, say sorry, right? When we were kids. But how often did we hear adults say that to us? Now, if you were parented in what we call the power over parenting paradigm, it's like you likely didn't hear those things. The other thing you would not have heard of is appreciation if you were in the power over parenting paradigm. If you don't know what that means, feel free to reach out and ask me. Appreciation is one of the most foolproof, tested ways to praise our children that allows them to feel seen, feel heard, feel felt, feel appreciated. Okay, obviously, if we're talking about appreciation, they're going to feel appreciated. But how you say it matters. So it's not just saying, thank you for this thing, or I appreciate that. It's also, how are you able to connect? Is there contingent communication? Is there a back and forth acknowledgement? Is your nonverbal communication lining up with your verbal communication, right? So can somebody be vulnerable enough to be able to have eye contact, hold the child's hand and say, thank you. I really appreciated when you did that. I really appreciated how you gave your brother a good night hug. I really appreciated the effort you put into the math exam and how hard you studied. I really appreciate that. When it comes to skills, I'm thinking of little kids when they're climbing, right? When they're climbing something or learning to master a particular skill on the playground. Balancing. Let's say it's balancing, walking across something and they're balancing. Typical patterns of communication that we have is, oh, good job, great balancing. So there's an evaluation attached to it. And I've read all about this, right? And there's people who say don't do that because then we become accustomed to that evaluation on an external validation level. But if you say, oh, you got skills, I appreciate your skills, look at that, I appreciate how you managed to balance all the way across that beam, and being very, very, very specific. So appreciation. It's absolutely magnificent. Try it. I highly recommend trying it. To get onto eye level with your child and be like, hey, I just want to say something. I really appreciate how you blah, 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 whatever it was. And to see your child beam, and you're connecting with them on a heart level, on an eye level, on a hands level, right? And you're having the thoughts of appreciation in your mind. What is it? Head, hands, heart of parenting. It's beautiful. And the younger you start, because our children develop their core beliefs about themselves and the world around them by the age of 7. So the younger you start showing this kind of praise, appreciation praise, that really allows them to meet their needs, to meet the needs for being seen, being felt, being heard, to know that they're worthy of all of that. So this is my foolproof way offer for you. Everything I offer is an offer. It's never a commandment, and you get to choose. You get to choose and take responsibility for it. Appreciation doesn't go wrong. It never goes wrong, right? It never goes wrong. Evaluation may have its ups and downs. Person praise definitely has been shown to impact self-esteem later on in life. Person praise, right? Like, you are so talented, and you are beautiful, those kinds of things. There's a place for it, in my opinion, but if we can overcome the overarching way of praising our kids, if it can be appreciation, gosh, your child can grow up feeling empowered from the inside out. And that's something, if you think back to your childhood, did you have that? And how would you have wanted it to be different? So we have a choice. We have the opportunity. We have more information today about childhood brain development than we've ever had before. So everything I bring to you always comes with science backing. So that's my offer for you today. Happy Father's Day. Show your daddy some appreciation. That means thank you. Has to be the appreciation-based praise it's amazing. So happy Father's Day to the dads, and wishing you all amazing Sunday weekend. Sending you love and light.